the great library burned, the first 10,000 years of stories were reduced to ash. But those stories never really perished. They became a new story. The story of the fire itself. A man's urge to take a thing of beauty and strike the match.
Taking what from who? You know what it is! You know!
Taking what from who? Gilbert is crying.
Yeah, and look at Usman.
He's destroyed.
Overcome with emotion. Bided his time. Did Gilbert Burns waited 6 years to get himself into a championship setting in the UFC, and started strong tonight, but it did not go his way.
And Gilbert Burns is going through it. You know, I can speak to the emotion of this moment. You know, whenever you work so hard for something and think that you have the stuff.
He's out. Jon Jones has done it! Jon Jones is back, and he is the new UFC light heavyweight champion! How about it?
Wow. He is still down. That was brutal. Absolutely brutal.
Perhaps he was allowed to take 1 or 2 strikes too many, Joe.
Yeah, and as emphatic as it gets. And there's the head kick, which started it all off. Perfect placement. DC's in big trouble. Jon moves in and closes the show.
And that's just those teep kicks and the low kicks adding up. DC thought it was low, and he went high with it.
He tripped him there. Jon moves in for the kill. Kick to the body. And drops some horrible elbows on him. And DC's just way too hurt here to do anything about it. And he's eating some big bombs. Big Jon gives him every chance in the world. That's a wrap.
When a window opened, he barged right through it. That was the approach of a pound-for-pound best. Yeah, that's what that approach was. And Jon Jones fought a smart fight, did everything tactically. Greg Jackson gave him great advice, stay consistent, and over the course it will add up, and that's what caused the demise of the fight.
Not sure what Cormier's issue is right now.
I think DC just wants to shake his hand. I think he's kind of out of it right now. I think he wants to just say something to Jones. I don't think he's trying to cause a problem right now. They're just trying to keep everything cool in there.
Dana White wisely gets in the middle there. Cormier frustrated with something. All right, with that, the official decision is brought to you by Metro PCS, who brings you closer than ever to the UFC on a fast nationwide 4G LTE network. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Big John McCarthy has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 1 second of the third round, declaring the winner by knockout. And now, and again, the new.
It's over, Jon. It's over. You came back.
It is over. Yeah, you know what, Joe? I want to take this time to thank Daniel Cormier for being my biggest rival and motivator. Daniel Cormier, guys, he has absolutely no reason to hang his head. He has been a model champion, a model husband, a model father, a teammate, leader, and I aspire to be a lot more like that man because he's an amazing human being. Unfortunately, we are opponents, but outside of that, he is a true champion for the rest of his life.
Congratulations, Jon. I hope your life from now on is nothing but good.
There's something about rivalries that brings the great out of all of us, and to show that kind of respect and to be that respectful, Jon Jones, it shows the maturity of himself through the ups and downs of his career. And Daniel Cormier is not done either. Don't think, ladies and gentlemen, that just because he's hurt right now, he's done. He is not out of this. An incredible performance.
I'm here with Daniel Cormier. Daniel, give us your thoughts right now.
I don't know, man. I thought the fight was going well. I don't even know what happened. I think I got kicked in the head. Oh, man. I'm so disappointed.
You know, I don't think it's a good idea to interview fighters after they've been knocked out, but I really wanted to give you a chance to express yourself. I know this was an incredible moment for you. It was very emotional. What can you say at all about this and the rivalry between you and John?
I don't know, man. I guess if you win both fights, there is no rivalry, so I don't know.
Thank you for everything, Daniel. Daniel Cormier, ladies and gentlemen.
Daniel Cormier humbled in defeat tonight.
Let the man make everything he can. Do you know the man makes money to buy from other men? This is a man without a woman or a girl.
Gilbert is crying.
Yeah, and look at Usman.
He's destroyed.
And Gilbert Burns is going through it. You know, I can speak to the emotion of this moment. You know, whenever you work so hard for something and think that you have the stuff, and it just doesn't work out.
Who's next?
I mean,
here's the question. Who's
Leon.
next?
Leon Edwards, I mean...
Yeah, but Leon Edwards hasn't had a fight in a long time. He was supposed to fight.
It keeps getting rescheduled. Hopefully he can get a fight coming up because Usman needs someone new.
Yeah.
And look, man,
what a monster. Incredible. Let's look at this again.
the champ stays the champ.
Gilbert wanted to be the champion, and now he knows. Now he knows. There's levels to this game. And, man, Kamaru's level is higher than we even thought of before. He's a smart guy. And
Yeah, he is. That was crazy. Holy smokes, he put him to sleep. And Justin Top is still down. That was a massive right hand by De Castro, put him out.
And how respectful are these fans, by the way, acknowledging the Cape Verdean Yorgan De Castro. Let's get to the fight replay, brought to you by Namarot, bold character since 1872.
Look at Taffa, he tried to square up right there, switches his stance to try to land a big shot, walk right into that overhand right. Big walk-off knockout by De Castro. Boom, right on the chin, and you cannot take a strike like that from a guy that is that big. They both threw. De Castro was just a little bit straighter with his strike and put Taffa out. I mean, toes curled, arms straight, he's sleeping. That's 2 times in a row that De Castro's come in as a dog and put on phenomenal performances. Finished the fight on the Contender Series with leg kicks and then has this walk-off knockout at UFC 243.
Well, not going to be hard for him to get fights anymore. What a moment for Yorgan De Castro tonight. The official decision brought to you by Metro by T-Mobile. Catch all the action with Metro by T-Mobile's knockout coverage and unlimited data. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Jim Perdillos has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 10 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout, Yorgan the Mad Titan De Castro.
See, I don't need these fighters to give me an explanation, especially if they're still wiping the sleep out of their eyes. I can do without post-fight interviews and post-fight press conferences. Give these dudes a little bit of time to recover. They want to be good sports, and they get taken advantage of. I think that's like a trend since Dominic Cruz took his L against Cody Garbrandt and displayed humility in defeat.
But come on.
Dominic, obviously a tough night for you tonight.
What was tough about it?
Walking away with the loss, of course.
Loss is part of life. If you don't have loss, you don't grow. This isn't tough, this is life.
What did you think about your performance tonight? Some people said maybe you weren't quite at 100% tonight.
They're wrong. I was there. That was 100% me. I was healthy. I was everything I've always been in my eyes. I got caught in a couple transitions, and that's how it goes in this game. You're swinging 4-ounce gloves. You get caught sometimes. What else can you really say about that? I got to go back and watch the fight, obviously. After feeling it, after getting through it, after seeing the look in his eyes a couple times when I punched him, when I kicked him, when I fought him, I'm not disappointed in myself at all. All I can say is I lost, and I'll take my loss like a man. I've been fighting the best guys in the world for the past 10 years, top 2 in the world. I've been on the pound-for-pound list for a long time. Even when I was hurt with triple ACL reconstructive surgeries, there was a target on my back. I had to come back and fight through it. This was no different. This was just another fight that I had to challenge myself. I knew that he was going to be good. I said that leading into it. He knew I was going to be good. And that's what it is when you're champion. Somebody else has the target on their back. Now I get to chase the target for once. That's how it goes. It's okay, you know. We've seen the best in the world lose it, and we've seen the best in the world gain it back. I've seen Michael Bisping lose countless times, and look at him. He's got the title right now. Whoever thought Michael Bisping would have the title, and he's got it. There's one example. Daniel Cormier lost the title. He's somebody I very much look up to. He's an Olympian. He's a savage. He came back and won the title. This happens, but we're all competitors here, and it's a game of inches. He beat me by a couple inches tonight, and that's okay.
I don't know that these interviews are really in the fighter's best interest, especially if they've been forcibly snoring.
When you're doing interviews at the end of fights, did you ever feel threatened somehow?
No.
Like at least once.
No. One thing that I hope the fighters realize is that what I'm trying to do is only get them to express themselves. I want them to shine. I really genuinely want them. They won this big fight. I want them to express themselves. I want them to maybe maximize their marketing, their marketability, and just like tell the world how they feel. Like that's an incredibly unusual experience to win a big fight in the cage on pay-per-view in front of millions of people. My goal is only to try to get them to communicate better and to let them know that I'm there to support them. That's all I'm ever trying to do. Perfect.
Alistair Overeem's still out. They're trying to get him up to a stool. He tried to get onto his feet and fell back down.
Overeem early. Boom. Knocks Stipe back, and he swarmed. But Miocic, the aggressor, uppercut, patient, chasing down Overeem, and you want to talk about vicious ground and pound, hammer fist, postured up, pinpoint accuracy, title defense complete. They're celebrating here in Cleveland.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mark Goddard has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 27 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by knockout and still the undisputed UFC heavyweight champion of the world, Stipe Miocic.
Давайте послушаем, что скажет Overeem. Были моменты, говорит Джо Роган, были возможности одержать победу. Сегодня Стипе был лучше.
There's one thing I can't say about the fight. I believe when I punched him and he went down, I followed him, I got him in the guillotine choke, and I clearly felt the tap.
То и Overeem говорит, что были моменты, да, я попал по нему, достал его тяжело. Я пытался завершить этот поединок гильотиной. Но в итоге, в общем, я свои шансы не использовал. А он использовал, и я все равно себя считаю лучшим бойцом, но сегодня он был сильнее.
Well, let's take a look at it. We'll have the truck pull it, and let's look at the big screen. Let's take a look at it right here. You dropped him, you had him hurt, you grabbed the whole thing.
Ты достал его, ты повалил его. Был вариант для гильотины.
We'll take a look at the whole thing in slow motion. Tell us when you see the tap. Here it is, you got it locked up.
Но в итоге здесь, в общем, просто не удалось забросить ноги на соперника и получить контроль таким образом над его корпусом.
You felt like it was in the beginning? Did you see it there? You didn't see it there, but you felt it. We'll take a look at it one more time from another angle and see if we can isolate it.
Давайте посмотрим с другого угла, говорит Джо Роган.
We'll see it one more time. Here's the
Вот то самое попадание.
You had him hurt, you grabbed a hold of his neck.
Забрал шею.
Where do you see the tap? That looks like he's trying to find his way through your arms.
И здесь идет речь, судя по всему, о том, что Аверим сказал, что он постучал. Но сейчас разбирают этот момент. И все-таки, наверное, говорит Джо Роган, что мало это было похоже на то, что Миочич постучал. Желает удачи Авериму.
I can only say great things about this city. Thank you until next time.
Dude, how about Stipe's ground and pound on Overeem?
Dude, Overeem. I've been thinking about that this whole time. Like, how fucking hard did he hit him with those 3 shots?
Perfect shots,
fucking
too.
Perfect.
Perfect
When
placement.
that guy was stacking him earlier, and he got fucking hitting the guy in the head, and you guys talking about the triangle. I'm like, he had
Look how
some of those
hard
fucking
Stipe hits.
Stipe shots have been fucking.
But
over
also,
right there.
Overeem's not a guy, you know, his motherboard, message board has been hit a bunch of times.
All right, man, is this heaven?
It kind of is.
No, listen,
Brendan,
his neck is
Brendan.
getting all weak. Brendan, tighten your mouth. No, that's what they do. Brendan.
Is that cement gray? Oh, God.
All right, listen, bro.
Oh, I want in.
Dude, don't be that guy. What do you have, a cramp?
Oh, I want in. I'm so hard right now.
I'm not going to look in your eyes.
No, I'm so hard.
I can see what you're trying to do.
I'm so hard.
He is hard.
Ew.
Oh, God, it's gross.
That's why after the fight I said I don't want to do interviews with fighters after they got knocked out again.
I appreciate
that. We should never do
we
that.
all appreciate that.
When he said that,
As I was
the
watching
guy
it, I was like,
tapped-
oh, don't fucking talk.
When he said the guy tapped, I was like, fuck, imagine if he tapped. Like, are we going to see a tap? Like, I had no idea. You don't know if you missed something during the actual calling of a fight because it's happening live and it's so chaotic. And it's right after Alistair dropped him, then he went for the guillotine, then all of a sudden they're on their feet again. It happened so fast. When he said it, he was so adamant.
Yeah, it's got knocked. What about the truck in the back, though, Joe? Don't they go? Aren't they going, Joe? He didn't tap. Do you really want to show
No,
this?
they don't know. They don't know.
For
But
sure.
they watched the fight live. They watched the fight
You want
live.
to find out. You
So
want to find out whether he
they're-
tapped,
they
maybe he
didn't-
tapped, maybe he didn't.
Yeah.
You find out, it's entertaining.
It's totally
beautiful thing.
possible that
Hey,
if he
I
did
loved
tap, that someone saw it in the truck, they would have said it. But they didn't say it. But they're like, we'll play it for you. And I said, okay, we're gonna play it. And so they had it queued up. They played it, and then he was still insistent. I'm like, okay, well maybe it's the other hand. But I was thinking, man, this does not look good. And then like, but but it has to be solved. It has to be resolved. You know, when the guy says the guy tapped,
Can't
you
have
have
a
to show
world
it.
champion.
Yeah, it's part of the game. Let's check it
You
out.
have to show it.
Yeah, I thought you
have
handled
to
it well.
show it.
That was the right thing to do.
But I wish we didn't interview him at all. I wish, I think you guys to have a chance to. He was completely unconscious, and it took him a while to get back to his feet. And to have a conversation with him about strategy, about where it went wrong.
It's insane.
It's crazy. It
It's
doesn't make any sense.
insane. No other
Understood why
sport
you,
does that.
if it's
Right
not
here.
a knockout, a guy loses and gets submitted
But-
or whatever.
but
the
e-
fuck it
but
is.
even
What
in
are we
other
gonna say to you?
sports-
Other than this sucks. I wish I would have won.
Yeah,
It's,
even in other sports, like the NFL, if a guy has concussion, he's not doing interviews, man. He's not right in the head. If a guy breaks his leg or tears a knee, they're not interviewing him. Because what the fuck's he gonna see? You know what kind of fucking frame of mind that guy's in? It's nuts. So you're 100% right, Joe. I love that.
Well, it's something I had suggested a long time ago, back when we interviewed Mirko Krokop after Gonzaga knocked him out. I was looking in his eyes, man.
That night you guys interviewed him?
Yeah, I
What
interviewed
the
him.
fuck?
I interviewed him right after the fight, and I was like, "We can't do that anymore." And I said it to him, and we just kept doing it.
What if it's good for ratings? Like if they get knocked out, guaranteed interview.
They can't be good though.
I'm not doing it
I
anymore.
mean, they don't even show him on the ground anymore. They pan away on the camera.
Did they tell you yes or no, Joe? Or
I don't
did you
care.
say
I'm not doing it anymore.
You're gonna do it.
I'm not doing it,
Sir,
When
look at
guys
me.
get shut the fuck
You're
up.
gonna.
If guys get knocked the fuck out.
You don't want to talk to him?
If guys get knocked the fuck out, if someone really wants to talk to them, they're gonna have to talk to them. I'm not talking.
Bruce
to anybody
Buffer's gonna
anymore.
jump in that bitch. How you feeling?
Bruce is doing a great job. I don't think we need to, and I think the UFC agrees. It's
better for the sport.
What made Alistair look bad, and I think if you gave him a few hours or even a day to talk about it, he probably would realize that never happened. That it was just his brain was scrambled.
Well, even Stipe, when you're talking to him, he's like, "Yeah, he hit me with a kick." No, sir, that was a punch.
Right,
Well, he said the guy kicks hard.
Kicks hard.
Yeah. He did get kicked hard in the body.
Yeah, he did.
And, he could have been mentioning that, but he probably didn't realize what knocked him down.
He was concussed.